Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. In this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Dristhi IAS, and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from Hindustan Times, published on 23rd of October 2020. The title of today's editorial is Poor Air Quality is a Danger to Public Health. Adopt a Holistic Approach. If we try to summarize today's editorial, we can say that it is really high time that we need to follow a more holistic approach for fighting against environmental degradation. The State of Global Air 2020 report, which was released on Wednesday, has two warnings for India. Number one, the average PM, that is particulate matter 2.5 concentration exposure, is highest when it comes to the annual average, and also the country has had the worst level of particulate matter 2.5 levels in the world for the last decade. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS paper 3 and primarily with sections involving biodiversity, environment, ecology, etc. Some key points from today's editorial. The State of Global Air 2020 report, which has two warnings for India, was published on Wednesday. First warning, India recorded the highest annual average particulate matter 2.5 concentration exposure in the world in 2019. And second, the country had the worst level of particulate matter 2.5 levels in the world for the last one decade. Now, first of all, we have to see what exactly the State of Global Air report is. Now, this report is published by the Health Effect Institute, that is the HEI, the Health Effect Institute. Now, Health Effect Institute is an independent non-profit research institute, and it is funded by United States Environmental Protection Agency. United States Environmental Protection Agency. Now, according to the report published by the Health Effects Institute, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, these countries are among top 10 countries with highest particulate matter 2.5 exposure in the year 2019. Now, there must be one question in your mind, that what exactly this particulate matter thing is. So basically, students, particulate matter is a mix of solid particles and liquid droplets which are found in the air. Now, the particulate matter contains two types of matters. Number one is PM10, which is particulate matter 10. Now, in this, we can say that particulate matter 10 is inhalable particles, and their diameter is generally around 10 micrometer. So you can get the idea where exactly this 10 comes from in PM10. So 10 is basically the diameter of the particle, 10 micrometer or smaller. Similarly, you have another particulate matter, which is PM5. Again, fine inhalable particle, and their diameter is 2.5 micrometers. So this exactly is the classification of the particulate matter which is found in the environment. Now, exactly where we get this particulate matter. So the sources, the direct sources can be seen from construction sites, fields, some kind of fire. These are the direct sources. Some indirect sources are also from burning fuels. Okay, when you are burning fossil fuels, so they do have particulate matter in them. Okay. In 2019, over 1,16,000 in India died within a month after birth due to exposure to severe air pollution, the report said. Now, according to the same report, around 1,16,000 infants, they died within a month of their birth because of exposure to the air pollution. The finding is based on research that suggests exposure to polluted air during pregnancy is linked to low weight and premature birth. Some other issues which are also associated under this report with reference to pregnancy are that if a pregnant woman is facing these exposures for a long time, so the child which will be delivered by the lady might observe a lesser weight as compared to a normal child. Also, chances are quite high that this exposure might lead to premature birth of the babies. The report also suggested that the long-term exposure to outdoor and household air pollution contributed to around 1.67 million annual deaths from stroke, heart attack, diabetes, lung cancer, chronic lung disease and neonatal diseases in India 2019. So according to this report, around 16,70,000 people have died just because of exposure to these particular kind of pollution, and various diseases which have occurred, they are stroke, heart attack, diabetes, lung cancer, etc., etc. However, link between COVID-19 and pollution has not yet been proven, but chances are quite high. There are evidences that air pollution can be linked with increased heart and lung diseases. This means exposure to high level of air pollution, especially during winters, can definitely increase the effect of the diseases associated with heart as well as lung. Now, some of the ideas about past what exactly happened. In the last few years, there has been increasing scientific evidence of the effects of air pollution on health, pushing the central and state governments, often with the prodding of judiciary, to take a raft of measures to tackle the menace. We have seen sometimes Supreme Court has also come into picture, like you must have heard of the graded response action plan. So this was actually formed after an order that came from the Supreme Court. Example is given, the graded response action plan since 2017. Now what exactly this GRAP, graded response action plan. So now this was basically implemented by the Environmental Pollution Prevention and Control Authority, and it was an emergency action plan in Delhi to tackle pollution. Now, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change came up with this plan in December 2016 after an order came from the Supreme Court, and their primary target was to prevent the particulate matter, that is PM10, and particulate matter 2.5 under the moderate situation. That means the level of these particulate matter pollutants should not go beyond moderate. Okay, so this plan was actually framed so that this could happen. Delhi government is also experimenting with a new organic way of decomposing stubble with Indian Agricultural Research Institute Pusa decomposer. In one of my videos with reference to stubble burning, I came up with this decomposer. Now this decomposer is actually prepared by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, and it says that this decomposer can actually convert the entire stubble in compost within 20 to 25 days as compared to normal 30 to 40 days of natural decomposing. So Delhi government is also planning to use this decomposer so that they can curb the stubble burning. Now the future ahead, despite these efforts, the Delhi NCR's region pollution load has remained high. But even after such initiatives have been taken, we can see that the pollution level in the Delhi NCR region is rising quite fast. While one has to accept the city's geographical location and its psychological challenges, now we all know that Delhi is one of the most important reasons why Delhi is so polluted, because one of the major factors is population. And also there are many other man-made factors other than stubble burning. Okay, other than stubble burning, there are various other factors which are contributing to increase in pollution in the Delhi NCR region, such as the vehicular emission, construction dust, garbage burning, etc. Okay, but if a proper control is taken on them, definitely we can take an initiative of moving towards cleaner air. To do that, there has to be a holistic approach that pushes policy changes in Delhi and its neighboring state and overcomes the issues posed by municipalities of political interest. Now, if we have to achieve our target of a cleaner air, then definitely everyone has to come up together. We have to take a holistic approach, and people have to leave, especially with reference to the municipal corporations. People have to forget about their political interest. This has to be a common agenda of each and every political party. There must be also monitoring on real-time basis, as well as a strong push towards the behavioral change of citizens. It's not just the government that can only give the orders. People too have to bring a behavioral change in themselves. People have to realize that this is a common problem, and ultimately people will be the one who will suffer if this problem is not taken care for. So it is complete responsibility of the citizens that they should come forward in order to stop this pollution. There is no room for delay for lives which are at stake. Now we are not in a state that we can delay this process further. It's high time, and we have to come up with such an approach which can help everyone in order to ensure cleaner air. So this was with today's editorial. Some of the questions that can be framed from today's editorial can be like, questions can be based on pollution. They can ask you about water pollution, land pollution, okay, air pollution, etc. What exactly are the primary and the secondary pollutants? Also, particulate matter, what exactly is the particulate matter 10, what exactly is the particulate matter 2.5. They can also ask you about who actually publishes the State of Global Air Report. So you can say HEI, Health Effects Institute. Okay, such questions can be based on prelims. Number 2, mains based question. How is air quality measured? What are the various parameters and indicators of air quality index? So viewers, this was with today's editorial. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.